Hello, my friends. Welcome to Loa Coach Dee Dee. I am Dee Dee, and this is your daily general reading for April 9th, 2019. And let me just jump right in and say, you did not watch yesterday's reading, or you did not heed my suggestion to get out ahead of the energy. Okay, so here's what's going on. Last week, there was some kind of positive ending, something, what's for some of you, it was a bigger deal than for others, but there was something that ended positively for you. And yesterday you had the death card as your energy, and today you have the death card as your energy again. Again, not the death card in and of itself is not the problem. Okay, you are still in transition after that ending last week. That is obvious because you're still getting the death card. So you are transitioning over to, something new after whatever it was that ended last week. But you are resisting this change, this transition, or what is next. Okay, you felt stifled yesterday. I mean, as soon as these cards popped out, I had to take a quick look back at yesterday's cards because I said, wait a minute, this is really similar to yesterday's reading. So the energy has not changed. Okay, no big deal. It is a daily reading. It's meant to be a short-term reading, short-term energy. And for some of you, this is maybe about regular, daily, mundane situations. But for others of you, this could be a bigger deal. So let's take a look here. So if we take a look at your mental realm of what's on your mind, okay, this transition, even though you had a positive outcome last week, this transition is, it could be as far as to say painful for some of you, maybe not as bad for others, but it's definitely, negative, and you're feeling resistance to this ending. Now with this 10 energy, this ending that you're resisting, the 10 is also the 1 energy, 1 plus 0 is 1. Which is supposed to be about, new beginnings, the ending leading to, making room for the new beginning. But you are resistant to this, okay? And, look at this underneath, more resistance. This is your mental realm. This is what you're thinking and feeling, resistance to this transition, okay? And this resistance is what is resulting in the overwhelmment that you feel in the physical realm. You feel either some of you have too many choices that overwhelm you, and maybe they do not feel like good choices. Okay, now that other ending happened, yes, it was great, but now what do I do? Now what do I do? What do I do next? There are too many options, and for some of you, you just can't even see any options. You just don't know where to go. But you're all wrapped up in this resistant energy, these resistant thoughts, which lead to that negative emotion, which does not attract positively into your life, which does not allow the inspiration and the next step to be clear to you. So your message from Spirit, we have the 6 of Pentacles, but in reverse. So now we're talking Pentacles here. So we're talking your material world, your financial prosperity, or your career, your health possibly. So there's an imbalance here. This is what Spirit is telling you, the message. So if you continue with this resistance, you could end up with some financial imbalance or instability, some instability in your career or even your health. Okay, again, daily reading. I don't want you to be, all worried about this, that you're manifesting something horrible. No, for probably most, if not all of you, this is a minor temporary energy and situation. But let's change this. Okay, this doesn't have to be. So I asked for a clarifier for this one with the 2 cards. These came out together. Okay, this one on top of this one. And basically, this is just resistance, resistance, resistance. I mean, it's just like, okay, just emphasizing resistance that you're feeling. So I asked for a clarifier. So I said, Spirit, what message do you have? What what direction can you send us in here? And so the Three of Pentacles, very good, because you had your ending last week and you seemed a little, stuck for ideas, new ideas of what to do, or maybe there was a lack of communication. It all depends on your individual situation, right? And now, you have the resistance. You don't know where to go. You don't know where you're going next, what you should choose. You can't even see the path before you. But Spirit is telling you that once you get beyond these resistant thoughts, you will begin the action. The 3 energy is a creative energy, the actual beginning of the action. So you've already had some inspiration, or you will. Some of you have already had the inspiration, and now you need to get started on the action. But you will end up starting the creation. So here you have 3 people discussing plans, moving forward, starting the action. This could literally be 3 people or a collaboration. It doesn't have to be exactly 3, but it could be literally a coming together of people to start this action. Or this could be the coming together of you, the different parts of you bringing your knowledge and your alignment and your inspiration. You're just bringing all the parts of you together to get this started. So for some of you, it is literally collaborating with others. And for some of you, it is a coming together of, I would say like me, myself, and I coming together to get the action started on what's next for you. So there is a positive outcome to this, the energy of this day, if you can get beyond this resistance, okay? Not a big deal. And listen, if you didn't even try, you would get beyond this resistance. No one lives in resistance 24/7. We all have our vibrations will raise naturally, but why do it naturally? Why not do it deliberately? Okay. Instead of focusing on this resistance, change your focus to something else. First of all, remember that everything always works out. Okay. And there is value in contrast. There is value in this because it leads to your expansion. This situation where you either have too many choices and maybe none of them look good right now, or you can't even see any options. Again, expansion comes out of this contrast, but you need not live in it constantly. You need to get up to speed with your expansion so that you can create more. So I know I say it all the time, but please meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Best in the morning if you can. Take 15 or 20 minutes. Get up 15 or 20 minutes earlier if you have to. I know that sucks, but you will, after several days of doing this, you will notice a difference. Maybe even the first day. Everybody's different. It might work immediately for you. But what happens is you quiet your mind, and again, you're not quiet for 15 or 20 minutes. As long as you're quiet for, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you feel that detachment. You feel that soft energy. Everybody feels it differently, but you've quieted your mind. Enjoy that relaxed feeling. Just every time your mind starts working again, just refocus on whatever it is that got you into that relaxed state, whether you were listening to a sound or counting your breaths or just paying attention to your breaths, or maybe you're doing a guided meditation. But get that detached feeling, that quiet feeling. It will naturally raise your vibration and you will feel better. You will have better thoughts. You will attract more positively to you, and you will get that positive momentum going. Right now, your resistant thoughts have a negative momentum going. Again, not anything to worry about. It's really just a guide for you to refocus. And I'm glad I even said that, because I do want to remind you, these cards are not predictors. These cards are guides. So if maybe, you can see a negative momentum continuing or getting started. These cards can just remind you to refocus and focus on positive things. If you can't get rid of this resistance for this transition, then just change the subject. Purposely think of something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel satisfied, that makes you feel happy. It could be a situation, something that's coming up. Maybe you have a vacation coming up. Maybe it's people in your life. Maybe it's some gathering, you have to look forward to, but just change the subject if you need to. So with that, I think enough said on this subject. So let's make this transition easier. It should be a positive thing. So focus on the positive, focus forward, and have a beautiful day, my friend. That's it until tomorrow.